Hello teachers. Your first assignment is to use BrainPop to create a graphic organizer of videos for your history, science, mathematics, or English class. You are to create this graphic organizer and instruct your students on how to access BrainPop to see these videos. This video is an introduction into how to do that. First, let's take a look at the graphic organizer. You are to use Microsoft Word in order to make your graphic organizer. Here's an example. First, you are to insert a photo of the BrainPop characters Tim and Moby so that your students can have an idea of what characters will be teaching them in their lessons. The title of this is Spring Break Visual Study Activity. This is a spring break BrainPop activity. You don't have to use a spring break activity. You can make it a winter break activity or a homework assignment. At the bottom, use directions. Make sure you have the directions of what to do for your students so that they can know. For example, for this, students are instructed that they must receive a 7 out of 10 on the videos that they are to watch. If they don't get a 7 out of 10, they are to re-watch the video. Once they've watched the video, they are to take a quiz, and they are to email the results of that quiz to me, the teacher, at this address. Also, ensure that you have the login credentials for your BrainPop. Toward the bottom, make sure you list the videos that the students are to watch and a score box so that the students can insert their scores into the box. For me, for this history assignment, the students are to receive at least a 7 out of 10. Now, students are to have the title of the BrainPop video, and they are to insert it into the search bar. Let me show you how this works. First, let's take a look at the login credentials. First, let's go open up a Chrome website, and let's go to www.brainpop.com. You are then to get into the login credentials on the top right-hand side. Username BGE, password BGE. You are now into the BrainPop platform. As you see, there are a number of subjects that you can look into. Here's science, which gives you a list of several science units if you are a science teacher. Let's take a look at the next one. Social studies, history, which is me. Here are a number of history topics that you can look at. Let's take a look at math. Here are all the math units that you could look at. Finally, let's take a look at English. Here are the English units that you can look at. Also, if you look up here at the top, it's not only numbered by units, it's also categorized by specific topics. So if you click on the topics, it'll break it down even further for you into what specific videos you can have your students watch. Let's look at the template that I created for history. Here we have 15 categories that the students have to look at. Agricultural Revolution all the way up to feudalism. Let's look at Pax Romana for a second. So if we go up to our search box, we can type in Pax Romana, and you see it comes up automatically. Then you click on the search result. On the left is the video for Pax Romana. It gives you how much time the video is, which this one is 2 minutes and 37 seconds. And it also gives you the closed caption option for students who may be hard of hearing. Let's click on that, and let's click the video for a second to see how it works.
Dear Tim and Moby, What do I need to know about the Pax Romana?
It gives the closed captioning at the bottom. To enlarge the screen, let's click this, and let's click and see it again.
From Bella. Well, the Pax Romana, the period of Roman peace, lasted for about 200 years. During that time, a lot happened, and the Roman Empire really flourished.
After the students watch the video, they are to take the quiz. The quiz is over here on the right-hand side. Students can do the review quiz, which doesn't grade it, or they can do the graded quiz. Let's look at the graded quiz. For the sake of time, let's just click on Random Answers. Each quiz, by the way, has a total of 10 questions, no matter what subject matter you're doing. Now, for this quiz, we got a total of 2 out of 10 correct. Your students need to be aware of where to find this, so you're going to have to tell them that it's located at the top. But according to our rubric for what we created for the students, or what you're going to have to create for the students, according to my graphic organizer rubric, the students have to receive a 7 out of 10. But let's say for the heck of it that they did get a 7 out of 10. The students, what do they have to do next? They have to email their results to you, correct? So let's say that they put in their name and they put in their teacher email address. Where do they find the teacher email address? On the graphic organizer rubric that you are to create for them. So if we go to this sample one that I created, we look at mine, jbillups2@rvaschools.net. And if they're in a specific class period, let's say they want to say they're in your first period class, they can put that here, but it's optional. Then you press OK. Their results have been sent to you. Now, students should be aware in the rubric that they are to receive whatever grade that you want them to have. They should at least have a 7 out of 10 in order to pass on to the next one. This should all be communicated in your rubrics. If you have any questions on how to create your graphic organizer rubric or how to access BrainPop, please do not hesitate to email me.